There are many ways of playing Magic together, and Modern is one of the most popular formats to do so.
It's a 60-card 1v1 format where you can play any card printed since 2003.
That's a lot of powerful cards.
We've had our subscribers vote for one deck to champion every year of Modern's history.
And then we had a team of competitive Magic players play all the decks through 4 rounds of Swiss.
And finally we have it. The top 8 of what could easily be the most powerful decks in one of Magic's most powerful formats.
And we will bring you all of the single elimination rounds, and after 7 videos, we will be able to name one deck the best Modern deck ever. Thoralf?
Carl?
There's a crown in the way of you.
It's mine.
Oh, no, that's... Okay, video's over. Sorry, guys.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Okay.
We are playing for the best Modern deck ever to crown the one after 7 videos. Today, we're not doing best of 3.
No.
We're doing best of 5.
Proto style.
No playing around here.
I mean, it's not my first time playing a best of 5, just saying.
Oh, and a Pro Tour. Would you like to roll to see who goes first?
Yes, sir. Oh, God.
Is this the one time that I will beat you with 1 dice? No, it's not.
But you can tie!
Woo!
Good game. May the best deck win.
So for those who just skipped to the finals, we're playing 12th Post today. And it's called like that because there's a card called Cloud Post, which taps for every locust land you have in play. You have a card called Glimmer Post, which gains life for every locust land. And then you have a Suva, who just pretends to be a Cloud Post or Glimmer Post sometimes. You can use these in combination to play huge creatures like Emrakul, but we don't have any of those in hand right now. We also don't have any of the ramp necessary to get them. We just have an Emrakul and a Primeval Titan, so we're not keeping this hand. I am going to have to mulligan this, unfortunately.
Bye.
Are you keeping?
My hand is perfect.
It's the grand finals and I'm representing Eldrazi. Yes, the Eldrazi deck from Eldrazi Winter. Even though we kind of have an Eldrazi mirror, ours is low to the ground and very aggressive because we play 8 lands that tap for 2 mana for Eldrazi's and a lot of Eldrazi's that are really good if they're 2 mana cheap. We have Mimic, we have Endless One for the early pressure, and then we have Thought-Knot Seer and Reality Smasher for the big guns. And yes, if you cast your medium to good creatures for 2 mana less, they become very, very powerful, so it should be quite easy to get the game on.
Hopefully this is better. This is much better because we have an Amulet and Escape Shift, which doesn't look like it, but is a combo. Because if you have Amulet in play, if you Escape Shift, you can get 4 Cloud Post, they enter the battlefield tap, they untap, and then you can tap them for 16. Which is more mana than we'll ever need, or 1 more than we'll need given the Emrakul in our hands. We are going to get rid of the Explorer because we don't need it for the combo. We also, weirdly enough, don't want to draw too many cards because if we draw Cloud Post, we can't do this anymore. This gotta go. Oh, I go first.
Yeah, yes.
Thoralf, this hand is very good. I'll play a Forest.
Okay.
And your Chalices are too slow. I'll play an Amulet of Vigor. It's a 1 mana artifact, and all it reads, if you're not used to this deck, it's kind of weird. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield tapped and under your control, untap it. We'll see if it's relevant later.
You don't plan to play anything untapped.
It's your turn.
I will draw. And I play an Eldrazi Tempo, which taps for 2 mana if I play an Eldrazi. I have an Eldrazi in my deck. I play a Mimic, which basically is always the power and toughness of a creature that I played this turn.
I'll draw. Ooh, that was a good draw. I'll play Forest.
Okay, it's not a Cloud Post.
I'll play a Sakura Tribe Elder. It's just a 1/1, and if I sacrifice it, I can go get a Forest and put it into play tapped under my control. Huh.
Combo.
See, combo deck. I told you.
I'll draw. I will fetch. Taking 3.
All right, 17. I'm winning.
You are. I will tap the Temple again for 2 mana and play a Sky Spawner, which unfortunately is 2/1, so my Mimic. I will get 1 of the tokens. Boop. The worm.
Yes.
And you know what?
Would you like to attack?
I will actually offer you the trade.
I'll block. Before damage, I'll sacrifice it and go get a Forest. Okay, I think we have it. If we sacrifice the Elder, we can get a Forest, untap, play Escape Shift, and get 4 Cloud Posts. The only way we don't Emrakul on turn 3 here is if we draw a Cloud Post now. First an unturned tap. Oh, an unturned tap. Fun.
Go ahead.
I will untap. I will draw. Whew. If I drew a Cloud Post there, this would have been really bad. I'm going to play a Misty Rainforest.
Don't you want to draw a Cloud Post?
Normally, but I have other ways of acquiring it. I'm going to sacrifice. I'll pay 1 this time. I will go get a forest.
If you get a Breeding Pool, it comes into play untapped with no life.
No need. I'm going to pay 4.
Yes.
And I'm going to play Escape Shift. Now, Escape Shift is a sorcery. It costs 4 mana. And I sacrifice any number of lands and search my library for up to that many land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle my library.
How many good lands do you play?
12 is the name of the deck. I'm going to sacrifice these 4 forests, and I'm going to get 1 Cloud Post, 2 Cloud Post, 3 Cloud Post, 4 Cloud Post. These read that they come into play tapped, but if I tap it, I get to add 1 mana to my mana pool for each locust in play. I currently have 4. They now untap.
To the battlefield tapped. So how much mana do you have now?
I'll float 16. I would like to play an Emrakul, the Eon's Horn. It's a 15/15 flying, cannot be countered. When I cast it, I take an extra turn after this one. Protection from colored spells, Annihilator 6. When it's put into a graveyard, I show, oh, where are all your permanents? How will my Annihilator do anything? I will go to my next turn. Thank you very much. I will attack you for 15. You will sacrifice
I don't have
6
anything.
permanents.
Joke's on you.
You go to 2.
All right, you got it.
All right, next game. Normally, this is where I'd tell you which cards I'm setting into my deck, but we're doing a twist this time. This is the best modern deck of all time series, and we can't get to the bottom of that without playing enough games. So we're going to make an exception today, and we are playing best of 5, which means the first person to win 3 games wins everything. We could play up to 5 games, but the first 2, we don't sideboard. So everyone says Eldrazi Winter is the best modern deck of all time. Do you think they just forgot about Cloud Post?
I don't even remember that being a deck. It must have been very shortly.
It was. They realized how powerful it was. Would you like to go first?
Oh, yes, sir.
This hand is much better. We do have an Eye of Ugin, which does make our Eldrazi's 2 cheaper, but if we want to cast multiple Eldrazi's in a turn, like we will do with 2 Endless ones, they actually reduce more than 2. They reduce for 4, so it's a 4 mana land on turn 1.
I will accept this 7 cards.
I'll keep as well.
All right. Remember when I had those lands that tap for 2? This doesn't tap
That
for
one,
2.
it doesn't tap.
No. It just adds basically every Eldrazi. Costs 2 less to cast and then some 7 mana late game stuff.
It just so happens I'm also playing this card, but your deck is the one that got this banned.
Yeah. You know why?
Are you going to show me?
I want to play an Endless one.
Oh, you played a 1 mana 2/2.
And I'm going to play an Endless one.
Are you going to do what you did against Andrea?
No, unfortunately, I'm going to.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will draw. I'll play a forest and tap it for a Green Sun Zenith, which is a sorcery. If I pay X in green, I get to search my library for a green creature that costs X or less, where X is how much I paid. I did pay 0, so I'm going to have to get a Dryad Arbor, which is a 1/1 forest. I shuffle this into my library. What am I doing? I'll pass.
All right. I will draw. I will play a Cavern of Souls.
What are you going to name?
Eldrazi. I will use it for white. And then play an Eldrazi Displacer. So for 2 and a colorless, I can blink a creature until end of turn.
Eldrazi Displacer is just a messed up card. Because we can use its ability over and over again, we have so many things we can do it. We can blink the things that make spawn tokens. We can blink Thought-Knot Seer to take cards away. We can blink creatures to make them mimic a bigger creature because it enters the battlefield again. But most importantly, also we can blink creatures on Carl's side to put them into the battlefield tap. That means if they attack, they stop attacking, they never get to attack. So that means as long as I have the Eldrazi Displacer, I'm not really worried about Through the Breach because if something wants to attack me, I'll just tap it. Doesn't matter if it's Emrakul, she doesn't get to annihilate me because there's never going to be attack. So I feel really safe.
Attack.
I'll take 4.
Good. I feel very comfortable. Go ahead.
I will draw. I will play a Glimmer Post. It'll gain me 1 life. And I'm going to play Sakura Tribe Elder, as in from last game. I will pass to you.
We'll draw. I'm gonna smack you for 7.
I'm going to block here. I'm going to sacrifice this to get a forest. And I'll take 4.
I'll play another Cavern of Souls.
Are you going to name something else? Do you have anything?
I don't think there's anything else. So I'm gonna name Coward. So now all the
So you can play yourself?
wow. Burn. But
I do remind you when I kill this, You draw.
I do remind you when this kills you, you don't draw. Oh, actually, do you draw?
I just
7. For the next game. If you draw Scape Shift, you can't even do anything. Yeah, we'll take the Titan.
It's exiled.
What you gonna do?
If I draw through the breach.
Do you have red in your deck?
Yeah.
Am I dying to this? No, right? Then I just have to sack 4 and you still die somehow? I mean, sacrificing 4 is not nice.
I have 4 of them in my deck.
Through the breaches. Ah, you're not that good.
If this is a through the breach, I swear. No, it's not a through the breach. So instead, I will play a Glimmer Post.
Ooh, you gain 2.
I'll go to 15.
Yes.
And I'll hope to survive a turn.
Well, bad news for you.
Do you have a Dismember? You look like you have a Dismember.
I will draw. Oh, that's free.
It is, yes.
I will play a Flooded Strand. Now let me see. We have 3, 7, 11 damage. You're on 15?
Yep.
So that's not enough. So we're gonna attack with all.
I'll go to 4.
All right. They stop attacking. Go ahead.
I'll untap. Would you like to do anything?
No?
I'll draw. Darn it. It's not enough.
It's not.
I will play Vesuva, I'll enter as a Glimmer Post, I'll gain 3, I'll go to 7. I'll let you do your thing.
Attacking?
Yes. You do it so well.
Thank you.
Let's sideboard. So this matchup is all about who goes faster. I know most Magic is kind of like this, but in this case, what we do is usually game ending. So we need to do it on turn 3 or 4 before your opponent kills you on turn 3 or 4. And taking too many cards out of my deck will dilute that game plan. So we can't take too many things out. It's all about being explosive. We do need to slow them down a teeny tiny bit, and there's some cards that can be excused because they slow you down a bit, but they slow Thoralf more. I do want these 3 Dismembers because they will cost me 4 life, but they will usually get rid of 10 damage sometimes or draw me a card to spend. He plays a lot of really big Eldrazi. I also really want 3 Fire Spout, but I'm gonna have to bring in just 1 because it's just not enough cards I can bring out. And the cards I am bringing out are 1 Dryad Arbor because I have 2 to fetch anyways, 1 Terastodon because it hits non-lands and Thoralf doesn't have a lot of relevant non-lands, 1 Beast Within because I'm usually trading a 4/4 for a 3/3, and 1 Scape Shift because most of the time Scape Shift I put it down on the battlefield, and then unless I have an amulet, it goes gets a bunch of lands, and next turn I win. But in this case, it's just kind of too slow because sometimes on turn 3 or 4, if I tap out for a Scape Shift, Thoralf's just gonna crush me the turn after before I untap.
Sideboarding is, yeah, well, not good. I don't really have any cards that I want. I don't want the Vesuva because if I copy Cloud Post, that means all the Cloud Posts will be having +1. That means it actually Carl gets a mana first because I have to put it into play tap. And then I cannot even use the mana that efficiently, so it's more dangerous. And the same kind of things happens with Oblivion Sour. Because we steal Cloud Posts or Glimmer Posts from Carl's deck, they count for every Cloud Post action, and we don't want Carl to get that much mana without making any effort. So the real part is I only want to board out some Dismembers because they're kind of okay. I mean, we can kill Dryad Arbors and make Titan smaller. We don't get to get like Sakura Tribe Elders, Killers. We could remove them from blockers. You know, Dismembers aren't good, but I want to keep some and I want to board out some. I think the only card I can see reasonably here is using the recall for just Carl's amulets, because we have seen that once Carl casts Amulet and Escape Shifts, we're dead. So maybe I can buy a turn by bouncing the Amulet in response and then winning on the next turn, hopefully, so Carl doesn't get to cast Emrakul right away. Not the best plan, but we're gonna take out 2 Dismember and add 2 Hellcat's Recalls.
Thoralf, we're upping the stakes. Next one to win a game gets to wear this hat for the one after. It's a crown! I will go first. I won't be keeping this hand.
Yeah, me neither. This hand is really bad because we actually have the 2 Dismembers that they didn't even want in the first place, for real. In our starting hand, we do have a Tempo and an Endless One for the turn 1 play, but unfortunately there's just nothing behind it, so we have to mulligan.
I wish you a better 6 than 7. Well, it's actually 7 and you get to put 1 down, which my deck didn't get to do at the time.
I hope you mulligan.
That's not very nice. I hope you don't. I hope you keep an excellent 6-card hand, but then I still win and get to wear the cool hat.
win the tournament!
I'm really sad about it, but I'm gonna keep and put this one down.
It's gonna be this one.
Okay. You want me to like fight you?
No, it's the Matrix. Just go.
I'll sacrifice this Verdant Catacomb.
Yeah.
I will play a Forest. I don't need to shuffle because I'm going to shuffle again in a second. I'm going to Green Suns in it.
Oh, that's a good start.
So I'll play a Dryad Arbor and then shuffle this into my library and pass the turn.
I'll play an Ion. Hello. I will not name Eldrazi. It just names it.
It does it itself.
I'll play a Mimic for free.
You moved it
And
aside.
Another Endless one.
Oh, wow.
For 2. And it's your turn.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to play a Cloud Post. I think it's the first time I actually just play one this game.
Yeah, that's true.
And then a blocker.
Oh, I hate blockers. Blockers are for math.
That's not how it goes.
I'll play Cavern of Swords, naming Eldrazi.
What a surprise.
And then I will use the Eldrazi mana to play a Eldrazi Displacer,
Very good.
which will make the Mimic a 3/3.
Yes.
And then we're gonna do a Visiting Day.
So the 3/3 is kind of irrelevant because I will block. The Visiting Day is smaller. I'll sacrifice this, get a Forest, and take 2.
Off you go.
I was really afraid of you playing a Dismember with that one. When you said I'm going to tap it for its mana, I got really happy. Because I'll play a Glimmer Post. It's going to gain me 2 life. And then I'm going to tap these and play Primeval Titan. It's a 6/6 giant with trample. It's bigger than all of your creatures. And whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, I may search my library for up to 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle my library.
Yes, sir.
And I will get these 2. Cloud Post and a Vesufa that will copy your Ayavugan.
Oh, that's just rude.
Well, I thought I still need the other one in my deck. That's what I found exactly. I will pass to you.
It's gonna be a doozy, I have to say. I'm gonna play a Uborg.
We also all have swamps.
We all have swamps. Yeah,
It's a swamp now.
we just trade around. Mountain, swamp, very good. And I'm gonna attack with all of my creatures. Look, it looks bad. Like Primeval Titan, I'm definitely dead next turn bad. But even though we have the slightest shimmer of hope of winning, we still have to try. So we have to push damage. We have to get Carl to a reasonable life total where we might win with some tapping, some removal, some smashes, you know? And the only way we can achieve that is by attacking. If we don't attack, we do nothing. There's nothing to win. I know it looks bad. I know we don't have this member or anything. We just jump attack if Carl decides to block. But will he block?
So you could just be bluffing a Dismember. Thoralf is either playing me or to his outs, because this is just a terrible attack. He's already played a land, so he doesn't have a Path for Exile for sure for my Titan. He doesn't have white mana. So normally you wouldn't throw away the very precious Displacer here. I could block, and then he could bounce the Titan, but I still get the land triggers. And if I don't block, he dies to the Titans on the swing back. So if he doesn't have a Dismember, I probably still win and I lose the free block. But if he does have a Dismember, I'm in a very tough spot. So it could be a bluff, but I won't take that chance because it'll completely blow me out if I'm wrong. I will not block.
All right.
7. Down to 12.
And I will tap black, colorless, and black for a rarity. I forgot to play it pre-combat.
Oh, and we'll draw. That's incredibly convenient. I'll play an Amulet of Vigor. I'll play a Glimmer Post. I'll gain 4. I'm going to do some math.
That doesn't sound convenient.
I will attack.
I'll take 6.
Before there's
Sorry,
a trigger,
I already
trigger
took
before. I will go get this Cloud Post and this Vesufa. Vesufa will enter as a Cloud Post. Luckily, because I have an Amulet, these will untap. What would you like to do about this Titan?
I took 6 damage.
So I would like to pay 7 and tap my Ayavugan to go get a Emrakul in my deck.
You get an Emrakul in your deck.
Yes. I'll tap 18.
Right.
I will play the Emrakul from my deck. Who has the Eldrazi now, Thoralf?
Very good.
I'll take an extra turn. I'll attack.
Yes.
And especially, this is it. This might be the last game of the Best Deck Ever series that you watch. If I beat Thoralf here, this is the end. Cloud Post, the oldest deck in the tournament. It's the best deck. I'm already wearing the crown. So please sub if you haven't yet, if you've gotten so far. And let's get into the match. If I win this, the crown stays on my head. But if you do,
I get it.
I'll even give you like a cool coat.
extra motivation.
Ah, that hand is tough. It's so close to be good enough. It would have needed one more threat to be really good.
Do you like it?
That's a toughie.
But I'm really actually not sure if we should mulligan it or not, because we do have all the lands, we have a Smasher, we even have a path for a Titan, or if he wants to try to sneak in something, like I guess an Ulamog, because Emrakul we can't hit path. But
Carl,
Yes.
I think that hand is very close, and I'm not able to make a decision. So we're gonna decide it by faith.
Okay, Todd. You want a mulligan, but you're not sure.
It's so close.
If there was an angel and a devil on your shoulder, if we were on your shoulder, which one is the devil, which one's the angel?
I'm the devil.
You're the devil? And what would the devil say?
Well, keep. So if I pick me, I have
If
to
you
keep.
pick you, you have to keep.
All right.
If you pick me, it's the voice of reason. You're keeping.
Love it. Now it's not even my fault.
This hand has no forests, so I'll mulligan. Okay. It's okay. This deck was broken when it had a worse mulligan than it does now. So
True.
this deck top decks really well, but this hand just doesn't give me enough chances. It has an amulet. So if I randomly get a Scape Shift and draw a Titan of some sort, a Emrakul or whatever, this is great. But I need 2 different pieces to draw to, and all I have is an Explorer. We're not keeping this. Todd, this might be the last game you play with this deck for this tournament. If I win, 12th post. The oldest deck in the tournament wins the whole thing.
Who would have known, you know?
Yeah, right?
Was a big underdog.
People say of Modern Horizons 2, just strongest set ever made. Have you heard of old cards?
Is it good?
I think it's good enough. Turn 3, Scape Shift into Ulamog on turn 4. It's very good. We have the Sakura Tribal. We are going to need to draw land eventually, but our deck is full of lands. I believe in this hand. These 2 will have to go.
All right.
No, you're going first.
I'll play an Eldrazi Temple and pass it.
I thought you were going to show me 3 cards. Okay.
No,
Are
unfortunately.
you saying I have some time?
We're gonna play a slow game.
I'll draw a card. It's like the Moto bug. I put a card down and then just gave it to me.
Wait, it happens in real life as well?
Only to me. Tap, spot on Stomping Ground. I'm also not as explosive this game.
All right, this one needs to be good. It's not bad.
Is it an Eye of Ugin and a Thought-Knot Seer?
I'm gonna show you an Eye of Ugin. I will pass the turn. Yeah, tap life.
You have 6 cards that can't be played for 4 mana?
Unfortunately, that is correct.
Is this a playset of Reality Smasher? Am I dead in a few turns?
Do you have a reality that needs to be smashed?
Yes, winning this tournament. Which is, I might remind you, my choice of words, a reality.
That you will win?
I will fetch
Okay.
for a forest and play Sakura Tribe Elder.
I will draw. I will play an Adaka Waste.
Okay.
And pass it. No. I'm kidding. I'm playing a reality smasher.
That makes a lot more sense.
All right,
Yes.
eat it.
I'll take 5.
Go.
I'll fetch.
Why didn't you block? Go ahead.
I'll draw. I'll take 1.
Okay.
13. And play Escape Shift.
Yeah.
This is a tough spot. I'm under a lot of pressure. I know that he probably has another Reality Smasher in hand, so I can either get a Glimmer Post and 3 Cloud Posts. This allows me to play an Ulamog this turn. It gains me some life, and it exiles one of his permanents. Then he probably can tap the Ulamog. Also, he's really smug, so I feel like he probably has a path to exile. Or he could get so many removal spells against this. If he gets, if he has an Eldrazi Displacer in hand, he can endlessly make this Ulamog not block. So we're not gonna go for that option. We're gonna go for the slightly riskier option because it doesn't gain us as much life right now, which is to get 2 forests and get 2 cloud posts. Now this will allow me to play Titan next turn, which will get me Glimmer Posts and enough mana to cast the Ulamog. Now this takes more turns, but is more resilient. Keep myself a Stomping Ground and a forest. I will go get 2 cloud posts. And pass the turn to you.
Oh, untap. Let's see. Draw. Oh, that's funny.
Is it another Reality Smash?
It was.
Oh!
Let's just say, if destiny calls, ring ring. Are we not picking it up?
That Reality Smasher. I'll take 10. I'll go to 3.
I'll play a Cave of Coilers and El Paso del Tono.
Okay, so that's already pretty good. I'll draw. That wasn't good enough.
That scared me a little. Give me a crown.
I'll play Primeval Titan. is going to go get 2 Glimmer Posts.
I think I messed up because with the Titan, we can reasonably assume that Karl is getting 8 points of life with 2 Glimmer Posts, and that would put him exactly at 1 life, which I could have prevented by playing the Drowner first, and then I could have attacked next turn for 11 instead of for 5 twice, which is only 10. Now this is a bit annoying, but that's Magic. You're gonna have to bite through it, and we hope we can still push by drawing something good.
I will gain 8 life. Pass the turn. You're gonna have to play 2 more Reality Smashers. No. I thought you had a removal spell.
Maybe not. Who knows? Oh boy. You're 11.
Yes.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, we knew about that one.
Did we? I ask you. Did we? I'm gonna attack with all.
I'll block 1.
I'll have to.
You did have a removal spell.
I did. I just thought the mana didn't matter.
Okay, next game.
For the last game, I will actually de-sideboard the Hurkyl's Recalls because I don't think they do what I want them to do and they're not efficient. And sometimes we wanted this member, I would get rid of this member at all if I have something reasonable, but maybe drawing 1 for an Arbor if he gets Green Sun's in it or something. You know, it's at least a better thing than just sitting with a 2 mana card that does nothing.
Nice coat.
You know how kings complain sometimes that they have a tough life? Like playing Magic in those things is hard. How
Yeah,
do
I
they
know.
do this?
So I'm going first, and Thoralf, I am confident because so far, everyone who is on the play won.
Traditions are meant to be broken.
I will keep.
This is definitely a starting hand that we can work with. It's not perfect, but I don't think it's anywhere close to mulliganing. We do have a Mimic on turn 1. We have a Thought-Knot Seer on turn 3. We're kind of missing a turn 2 or 4 play, but we have this member, so maybe if he gets Dried Arbor, we can remove it, and we have Drowner of Hope to seal the deal. So yes, we do need a little bit of help from the deck, but I think that hand is way too good, especially with the Thought-Knot Seer, to mulligan it.
Let's go. I won't take 2. I play a tap Stomping Ground, and I will pass the turn.
Okay, well, I will play an Eldrazi Temple, tap it for 2 mana, and play an Eldrazi Mimic. You see
Very
that?
good.
That is good. Sorry, I play an Eldrazi Mimic.
I never expected that. That was crazy.
Comes with the gust of wind. Very good.
I'll draw.
I just feel kings really have a mud music list.
Must be so hard having a Jester, a Feast, a Sakura Tribuilder on the other side of the board. I'll pass.
I'll allow it. I will draw.
Is it good?
I mean, it is an Eldrazi Temple, which conveniently plays a Thought-Knot Seer.
Very nice.
Show me your hand. And then I can pick one of those. I would take this member.
Good choice.
Thank you.
This member,
Yeah, this member. Attack.
block. You're 4/4. Sacrifice.
Attacking is good.
Attacking is always good.
I don't think I could have done any better, so it's your turn.
That's a pretty good start. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a tiny bit afraid.
I thought not so.
Huh. You're a poet, and you didn't even know it. I'm gonna play Verdant Catacombs.
That was very good.
It's not mine. And an Amulet of Vigor. I'm gonna fetch. It feels bad here because I have a Fire Spout and it's really the only play I have. I could just pass the turn, but if Thoralf even just has a Thought-Knot Seer, he knocks it out of my hand and I go to 11. And if he has a Reality Smasher, I go to 3, which is a life total I don't think I can bounce back from. I'll get it first. And it feels weird because it's essentially just a murder here, but I will Fire Spout. Dealing 3 damage to each of the non-flying creatures.
Well, he did.
Pass to you.
Draw.
Yes.
I will play a Cavern of Souls,
Okay.
naming Eldrazi, and then I will follow up with the best place that we have.
I assume I go to 10.
Yes, you do.
Ouch. I'll untap. I will draw. Oh! Okay, everything is fine. I got really worried for a second because my Cloud Post enters the battlefield taps. But now, thanks to Amulet of Vigor, it untaps. So, you know what's coming, right? I don't know if it's enough. I will cast Through the Breach.
I'm just gonna ask, what are you putting into play? What could it be?
Anything. In this case, it's a Primeval Titan. I will go get a bunch of lands, and I will think about this for a moment. This is the hardest Primeval Titan decision I've ever had to make. Because Thoralf has 2 possible things in his hand, and I can't play around both. So if he has Reality Smashers, I need to get life here. I need to get Glimmer Post and an Ayavugan to gain enough life to go get a creature, potentially an Emrakul, play it, and win. And if he has Reality Smasher, I do need that life. But if he has a Drowner of Hope or an Eldrazi Displacer, even if I play an Emrakul, he's going to be able to tap it or flicker it, and I'm not going to be able to do anything. That life will have been for naught with the Glimmer Post. So I have to decide whether I'm playing around a Reality Smasher in his hand or something that can tap my Emrakul. And there's more things that can tap my Emrakul. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to 1 life here and really hope he doesn't have anything, just so that I can get enough Cloud Posts. I'm only getting Cloud Posts. Hopefully, being able to get back-to-back Emrakul will win me the game, but it won't if he has another Reality Smasher.
Please enjoy the Jeopardy music.
Thoralf?
Yeah.
I'm getting 4 lands. I'm getting them now because, do you have anything to do before I attack?
No, no.
Okay.
Just hit me.
I will, first of all, get 2 Cloud Posts.
Okay.
They will untap.
I'm not surprised.
Okay. I will attack.
Yes.
I will get a Cloud Post and an Ayavugan. They will untap.
Oh yeah.
You take 6.
14.
Unfortunately, it's the end of my turn.
Well, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Do you still have a Reality Smasher? If you do, I'm dead.
Yeah, so far you're good.
Okay.
My turn?
Are you lying to me?
Oh no.
Look at me in the eyes, Thoralf. Okay, you don't have a Reality Smasher.
I don't. This needs to be the lucky card. It might be the last draw step of the series.
I didn't even appreciate my last draw step of the series if this is a Reality Smasher.
True.
Time goes by so fast, everything is fleeting.
Oh, that is so close. It is the combo. So we have Displacer and Thought-Knot Seer, which means that in their draw step, I could blink Thought-Knot Seer, they draw a card from the Thought-Knot Seer, but also then I can look at their whole hand and remove a card, removing Emrakul in the process. But unfortunately, Carl has so much mana that he could just tutor an Emrakul, play it, and attack me on the next turn. And that obviously I can't let happen, so I have to cast Drawn of Hope. It's gonna be so close. Good draw, but not good enough. Okay, we'll attack for 9. Which
That seems pretty good, Don. I'm at 1.
Oh no. I will play an Adaka Waste and then a Drawn of Hope. So that gives me 2 science.
Okay.
And they at least make me Emrakul proof. So it's your turn.
I think they may not. I will tap 9 and my Ayavugan.
Yeah.
Let's find out just how Emrakul proof you are. I'll get an Emery.
It only has protection from instants, right?
Yes.
All right. No, colored spells.
Yeah. Your whole deck is colorless, except for Path to Exile.
Yeah.
I will draw for turn.
Okay.
Emrakul costs 13 right now.
True.
I'll tap 13.
Okay.
Play an Emrakul the Eon's turn.
Okay.
I will pass the turn.
It's also unlucky that I'm at 14, man. My turn?
Actually,
Actually.
before the end of my turn, pay 7. I would like to go get another Emrakul. I will go get an Emrakul in my hands.
So you say you have more Emrakuls than I have science.
I would say so, yes. I have more than 2 Emrakuls. I'm going to untap.
They also reshuffle. That's a loop.
It's infinite Emrakul, Thoralf.
How do you have infinite Emrakul? Oh,
Infinite Emrakul. I'm going to draw. I'm going to declare attacks.
I'm gonna toss your Emrakul.
It's tapped. I'm going to play a Dryad Arbor and an Emrakul. And, Emrakul dies. There's 2 of them. I have to shuffle it back into my library.
Well, first of all, I don't enjoy your tone.
Before the end of my turn, I'm going to go get an Emrakul in my deck. I hope there is one somewhere. I would like to pass the turn. My turn again.
Look,
We're having so much fun.
I didn't even say
I would like to declare attacks.
I tapped.
You tap the Emrakul. Oh, look, there's another Emrakul in my hand. Whoa, what a surprise. Who would have thought? Oh, the other Emrakul dies. I will go get another Emrakul.
I think I know how Louis XIV felt.
Any effects before my attack step?
I will tap the I don't have any sign. Ow.
I need the crown.
The crown. You didn't waste any time.
I did not.
This is the crown. The best modern deck of all time belongs to 12 Post.
The oldest deck in the tournament. We got there. Thank you very much.
It misses something. Okay, can we do this? Right? Oh, look at that.
Beautiful. Emrakul, who would have thought all these years later, beat Scam, beat Oko, Big Eldrazi Winter. What a deck! It didn't exist for very long, but there's a very good reason for that.
Yeah. And obviously, thank you for watching all the top 8 of the best modern deck of all time. And we're gonna do something similar probably in the future. So when you want to see a certain format, write it in the comments. Like, subscribe, yes?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll do Pauper, maybe we'll do Legacy, maybe we'll go to Standard, but you guys vote for the deck we play. We'll find out in the next videos. In the meantime, thank you for watching. The best deck of all time! Woo-hoo!
Modern. Who would have thought? Oldest deck.
Yeah, took the whole thing.